Hey Mama, it's Corinne here, and welcome back to my modern village where we talk about anything and everything that has to do with you and your littles. Well, today's my first official day back from maternity leave, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been dreading this day for several weeks now. Now that it's actually here, it's a little surreal, I guess, trying to get back into the swing of things. I did manage to, get up and get a workout in this morning, so I was like starting out the morning trying to be productive. And my husband was home and able to get our older son, ready and dropped off for school. So I've been trying to, transition back into working. I am working from home today, so I'm in my home office, so that's a huge bonus. Definitely makes the first day back a little bit easier, but it's weird coming back, right? It's like you've been through this huge life event and you've been kind of home in this little world with your baby for, weeks, a few months, and then you come back and everybody's like, oh, welcome back, and that's kind of it. And then you're just expected to go back to, doing the same job you were doing months ago and kind of just pick up exactly where you left off, and it's hard, and it almost feels like everything you've been through is just kind of being minimized and downplayed a little bit, and it stings a little bit. So not that I'm blaming any of my coworkers. It's not, it's not on them to, make me feel a certain way when I come back from leave, but, because first day back at, a corporate job, of course, all my passwords need to be reset and system issues and all the fun things that come with trying to get back into your programs and systems after you've been off for a few months. So I've been spending a lot of my morning doing that so far, but I am working from home today. Thank goodness. That's a huge blessing. I don't know what I would do if I had to be in the office today. But so I was able to, spend a little bit of time with baby this morning while Dad dropped off the older kid. And on top of, coming back to work too, I found out about a week and a half or so before today that I'm coming back to a new boss, a whole new team. So that transition isn't even just coming back to people I've been working with for the past several years. I'm working with a whole new set of people, from my direct reports to my direct manager and above, and a whole new set of colleagues. So I don't even have that same sort of support system that I had, my work village that I had before I went out on leave too. So just one more thing that makes this morning a little rough, but we're going to get through it. Figure I just kind of document throughout the day and just see how today goes. See how my baby manages, being held by Dad more than Mom today. Just trying to transition back into working. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm rounding out the day here. Oh man, it's been rough. Like I said earlier, I have a whole new team, whole new set of responsibilities, new boss, new everything. So even though I'm technically in the same department I was before, I feel like it's my first day, brand new to my job. So the only time I felt all day like I know what I'm doing is when I've gotten my newborn from my husband to nurse him. That's the only time I've been comfortable with what I've been doing and kind of felt a little bit at peace with myself. So definitely missing the last several weeks where I was able to just focus on him and us and make sure we were getting our time together. So being back at work with a new baby is really hard. My older son only had a half day at school today, so he was home this afternoon. He came in a few times to see me, which was nice. So some absolute necessities in working from home with a baby. I have a power sit-stand desk, so it literally only takes the push of a button to raise and lower it, so that way I can, be holding the baby with one hand, and then just push the button and it would be a full standing desk. That saved me through at least 2 different meetings today where I was talking to somebody and he was getting fussy, and I was able to raise the desk again without having to, stop typing much, or I could do it with just one finger. So I could bounce him and kind of rock him and calm him down a little bit. And then of course that baby carrier, being able to stand and bounce and have him in the carrier at the standing desk definitely got me through my first meeting with my new boss today. So I had to apologize right away for him being a little noisy, but thankfully she understood. And we got through it. So if you are working from home with a baby, or you're expecting to in the future, I again highly recommend a baby carrier, one that leaves you hands-free. And then these power stand desks are way better even than just the mechanical ones, because some of those take 2 hands to get up and down. And when you're trying to hold a baby, you still don't have 2 hands. So I'll drop the link for these below if you're interested. All right, I'm wrapping up my first day. It's feels like it's been a long week, and it's only the first day back. Not sure if anybody else feels like that out there, but it really does feel like the last 3 months of being home with my baby just kind of flew by and never really happened, as I'm already here back at work drowning and, you know, just living that corporate life where things are always busy and always on fire, and it's really hard to get ahead and stay ahead of all of the madness. So definitely, you know, wishing I could just be home with the babies right now. It's definitely been hard to kind of push through the day, especially as I can hear, you know, the baby crying from the other room, and, you know, knowing that he probably just wants me to hold him and just kind of be with him all day. So it's been hard to try and take that step back and let dad, you know, be the primary caregiver today, you know, other than feedings and everything, of course. You know, I definitely still held him when I could while he was napping a little bit, you know, again, utilize that baby carrier. But for the most part, you know, this is probably the least amount I've held him in a single day. So I definitely know what I'm going to be doing in another half an hour or so when it's quitting time and I can go back to hanging out with the family. So you know, once I wrap up here, I'll go, you know, work on dinner, just spend time with the boys, you know, just kind of get back to being with the family and try and step away from the job. So I've got the full week ahead of me. You know, it's probably going to be a challenge and keep getting busier, but, you know, I guess taking that first step and that first day back is probably the hardest one. So anybody else out there that's working on getting back to work, it's definitely rough. It's pretty much everything I thought it would be, but it's almost over. Hopefully tomorrow gets a little bit easier and a little bit better. So hang in there, moms, if you're coming off maternity leave. I feel your pain. But as always, please subscribe to the channel, grab my newsletter, and I'll see you next time.